Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Venus, the planet of love, affection, the material world, luxury, enjoyment, the one that rules the Taurus and Libra zodiac sign, will move in Leo zodiac sign. And when it moves into Leo, it is 4th from Taurus and it is 11th from the position of Libra. So with respect to each of the zodiac of Venus, Venus is in a very good position. But Venus is a watery planet. It's a planet which connects to the feminine side of life, the softer side of life. When it goes into a hot and active zodiac sign of Leo, like it's a sign of authority and power, Venus can become slightly uncomfortable. Also, Venus will be aspected by a retrograde Saturn, which is sitting right in front in the sign of Aquarius. So it is more like you will be judged for your decisions. You will be judged for your decision towards your love. If you follow your passion, someone might criticize you, someone might judge you. But that does not mean that you will stop. What it means is that your creative side should now take the authority, now become authoritative. Which means that you allow the creative, the more passionate side of yourself to be more expressive. And this power of expression will then translate into your aura becoming positive and you will feel good. So it kind of brings that feel good factor and kind of brings that added extra shine to your existence. And that is why this Venus transit in Leo is very important, because it will be for a month. And while Venus is in Leo, Sun will also be moving in Virgo, second from this Venus, bringing security. So you will feel secured. In spite of the restlessness that it brings, obviously Venus is in a fire zodiac. It will have its own share of restlessness. But you will know that you are going in the right direction. That will also give you comfort. You know that when Venus is in Leo, it is like enjoying the service. It's like you are having that power and you are enjoying the power. What you are going to do with that is very important. Let's discuss for each ascendant what this Venus transit has to offer. But before that, please share the video among family and friends. See, sharing is very important for YouTube algorithm to make it understand that Jyotish is important. You can also comment your views in the comment section below, your experience. If you have Venus in Leo, how do you feel about yourself? How royal do you feel about yourself? Is it afflicted? Is it not afflicted? Because it will give certain idea, because this is live example. Someone who has an afflicted Venus, if they write that Venus is in Leo, but it is afflicted, it will behave in a certain way. Venus is in Leo, it's independent, it will behave in a certain way. Venus is in Leo, but it is with having positive aspects, say Jupiter aspects it, or Moon kind of aspects it, or Moon is with Leo, it will have a different kind of effect. All that cannot be discussed on a single YouTube video, but if this comment section acts as a forum, it will be helpful to many. For consultations, you can drop me an email. And if you want to follow me on Instagram for Reels, I have also opened a WhatsApp channel. The link, all that link will be in the description box below. Please follow me there, and I hope you will subscribe and like this video. Let's start the Ascendant Wise analysis. Aries Ascendant. Now for Venus, which will move in the zodiac sign of Leo on 2nd of October until 3rd of November, Venus will be in Leo in the 5th house for Aries Ascendant natives. Now if you're checking this Leo, you have to understand that 5th house is about expression. It's about love. It's about gain from marriage. It's about your children. It's about your affection, your outward personality, your purva punya, the mantra bhava, the positive energy. And when Venus goes there, it enhances the beauty of the house. It helps you understand the relation in its most intricate details. And because Venus is in a fire zodiac sign, if you keep ego aside, this Venus will shine like a bright diamond. But as I said, Venus has to see the ego parked away, because Leo may bring that egoistic attitude which is inherent to the zodiac sign, because it is ruled by Sun. And if you see, the Sun is in Virgo, which is the zodiac sign of debilitation of Venus. Not only that, while Venus will be in the sign of Leo, it is going to experience multiple planets crossing Ketu, the 7th house. So definitely, if you are keeping the ego aside, this is going to rekindle lost relations. This is going to give you hope. This is going to add beauty to your expression. This will increase that inner beauty and people will love for who you are. So this is definitely an incredible transit, especially seeing it from the 2nd and the 7th house, which are the zodiac sign of Venus. Now, because Venus is in a very masculine zodiac, this also means that if you pray to Ma Bhagavati, Ma Durga, this is also going to streamline your energy, your feminine energy. It doesn't matter whether you are a male or female, it will streamline your feminine energy and your connection with your children, as well as any project that you're doing as if it is your children. It is your brainchild that will develop. Your creative instinct will also improve during this time, helping all creative professionals. And someone who is into startups will see that this Venus will give you ideas to overcome any hurdle, maybe financial, maybe legal. But if someone is already in a court case, you should be slightly careful and you should be more diplomatic and decorative in your words, because this can backfire otherwise. Financially, this is going to be a really good transit. This will give you positive productivity, and because Venus aspects your 11th house, new source of income and career upliftment are possible. Even appreciation will come your way. Leo Ascendant. Now, in case of Leo, which is the another fire zodiac sign, Venus will be in your 1st house. Now remember, for Leo, Venus is a very important planet. It rules your 3rd house and it rules your 10th house. Now here, because Venus is in fire zodiac sign, this is going to make you have a superlative expression of life, will make you feel more comfortable within yourself, and will give you that luxurious touch, like you will feel better about yourself. But the ghamand or the pride should not come, because fire and Venus being in fire zodiac sign may inflate or may give fan to the already present ego that is deep rooted within. Maybe there is a show off, or maybe there is a comparison, especially if you are an influencer. This can really hurt you. Maybe you will be saying something. Why? Because communication is your 3rd house and Venus rules the 3rd house. Communication is also indirectly connected to 2nd house, especially your facial communication, non-verbal communication. And there is Mars, Sun, Mercury present in that house, and soon they will touch Ketu in the 3rd house. So you may speak something and then you will have to take your words back. Be careful, especially in your relationships, when you are dealing with your brothers, and especially when you're dealing with your sisters. You must be mindful of your words. You should be more proactive, and you should be more diligent in your action, and also you should be more decorative while you're communicating. Even if you have to say, even if you have to warn, even if you have to interfere because someone is in trouble, do it decoratively, do it keeping the self-respect of the person you are talking to. This Venus will also get some criticism by Saturn, which is in the 7th house. So the criticism will come from the very team you lead, the very people you interact with, and your spouse, your business partners, right? So in that case, you will see things changing in front of you, and you might feel that you are better than the rest. Now, to a certain extent, this better than the rest feeling is good, because it gives you motivation, it gives you confidence. But if you are better than the rest, that does not mean that the rest are supposed to be put down or you will demean them. Then Saturn will start troubling the Venus. If you also observe that because the dispositor of Venus is in the 2nd house, and this actually gives you an opportunity to earn wealth. So this transit can make you rich, and because it is going to enhance your personality, if you can use this time to have a charming and pleasing aura, it will be great. So praying to Bhagwan Krishna, just chanting Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe will help you in the long run. It is an overall increment in personality. Career will improve and you will feel more comfortable even when you're facing all the criticism. And this is the time a lot of people might choose that particular field, even if they get resistance from society and from the family. But choose wisely. I know you should follow your passion, but your passion should also have some sense. If you are making that, if you are not leaving common sense behind, the Venus transit on your ascendant will be a very beautiful and a life-changing transit for you. Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius, Venus rules your 6th house and Venus rules your 11th house. And the Venus moves to 9th house. So definitely it is going to bring the blessings of Guru. It is going to bring the blessings of Ma Bhagavati on all of you. And Venus, because it is your 6th lord and it goes into the 9th house, if you fulfill your prarabdha, that means you are doing your duty, thinking it is your dharma, this Venus will improve your expression, will show you the right direction, and will give you necessary boost. Remember, when Venus goes in Leo, it is Bhavat Bhavam from the 11th house. Because 11th Lord Libra, 11th house is Libra and the Lord Venus is 11 places away. So this enhances the potential of the 11th house, giving you a lot of financial gains. And these gains will support your luck. So someone, say for example, who wants to build a team, who is into creative field, who wants to do proper education in professional sector, who are thinking of opening a new company, building new startups, organizations. Venus will try to give you necessary support because Venus has this potential to make things easy. But because it is in Leo zodiac sign, Leo is more authoritative in nature. So Venus, it is more like you have to be more comfortable within that authoritarian environment. And also you will have to exercise your authority, but also bow down your head in front of Ma Bhagavati, Ma Durga. You can also pray to Ma Mahalakshmi during this time if you have any financial problems. Venus will also help you communicate better with your siblings, with your neighbors, and improve your relationship with them. Short distance travel, leisure trips might be planned during this time. But if you can plan, if you are in India and if you can plan to visit one of the Shakti Peeth, it will be great. Remember that this Venus wants you to believe in yourself, have confidence within your own talent, confidence on your own talent, and you should have that mindset to accept and do the necessary changes, whatever is needed. Because Mars, Sun, Mercury will be crossing Ketu while Venus is in the sign of Leo. It's going to be very positive, very soothing, and very comforting transit for you. And in relationship areas, this is going to, as I said, if you fulfill your duty, if you are happy fulfilling your dharma, you are good to go. But otherwise, Venus in Leo will face the heat of the dharma. That means you will be forced to fulfill your prarabdha. So the moment you see that you are being forced to do something, immediately go to your horoscope and see, is it what you were supposed to do? If yes, do it. And if no, then don't worry, it might just be a temporary phase. Taurus. For Taurus ascendant, Venus rules your 1st house and 6th house. So Venus is a very unique planet for you. It rules your prarabdha, it rules your debts, it rules you. So it is more like if you're born with Taurus ascendant, there is a debt of Maya. And when Venus goes in the 4th house, it totally depends how you're going to perceive the Maya. That means if you are too indulgent, then this will increase the disease, uncomfortable situation. You will be more restless. You will feel the need to buy things more. You need to feel, you will feel the need to enjoy the Maya more. You will feel entitled, and all that superlative expression can create inconvenience at your home. Also, you might end up buying a house or a car, stretching your capacity by taking home loan or car loan. I'm not saying that it is bad. You need to check your financials before you take this decision of buying the car or a house, or even building any asset. It should not be a fit of rage. It should not be that superlative expression that I'm better and for that I'm living my life on credit cards. That's not wise. But if you focus on your prarabdha, if you're doing your duty, this can be a time when assets will increase and your debts will go down. You will also feel more relaxed. As I said, it is an interaction with the Maya. If you are honest, if you are following the path of dharma, the interaction will be positive. The only thing is that you might be more worried about the health of your mother, and you might be slightly restless with the things that will happen in your home, and maybe within your friend circle there may be some disputes. So avoid ego, and if someone has stood for you, you reciprocate with the same kind. Also, because Venus will aspect the 10th house, it will give you new career opportunities. After all, it's the 6th lord aspecting the 10th house. New job opportunities will come. If you want to change your domain, it will be something that you can. Also, if you need a proper team, or if you're looking for a new startup, proper investment, all that is possible. Especially if you are into beauty products, salon, fashion, textiles, and if you are into chemicals, chemicals that are more into wellness, healing, also cosmetics, you will see great boost when Venus will be in the 4th house. Overall, the Venus transit in the 4th house will affect your ascendant more, and you will try to be more and more comfortable. As I said, you should be more comfortable with what you have rather than expanding yourself to a position where you are assuming to be comfortable. That assumption should not be there. But otherwise, it's a very good transit. It opens up your heart chakra. So do the Pankaja Mudra meditation, do the heart chakra meditation, and do a lot of grounding meditation. That will help you a lot in this case. Chanting Shukra Bij mantra will also help you. Virgo. For another earth sign, Virgo, your Venus will be in your 12th house, because Venus will be in Leo and Leo is in the 12th house. Now you have to understand, this is 2nd lord going in the 12th house, but also your 9th lord going in the 12th house. And Venus, you know, that is naturally powerful in the 12th house, because Venus gets exalted in Pisces, which is natural 12th house. Why? Because see, Maya is all about transaction. And now I'm talking from the mundane level. Maya is all about transaction, and when you spend something, you buy something. Luxury won't come free of cost. It's all about transaction. So when you spend something, when you release something, you get the Maya, the favors from the Maya. So Venus is powerful there. But on a spiritual level, you can say when you touch the feet of someone, when you touch the feet of God, you become ecstatic. You transcend the boundaries of Maya and you become divine. That is the superlative expression of Venus. So when Venus goes in Leo, you should pray to Ma Mahalakshmi. You should pray at the feet of Ma Mahalakshmi and Ma Bhagavati, so that your energies can become more and more positive. Why I'm talking like this? Because it is your 9th lord, and Venus being the 9th house lord, it will take the precedence. And when it goes in the 12th house, it shows that some of the expenses should be done towards your dharma, towards pilgrimage, trips and travels, and also someone who wants to go and spend money for their own leisure. Venus is all okay for them, because 2nd lord is in the 12th house. Dhana lord is in the Vyaya house, which also means that there can be unexpected expenses for you. Why? One of the reason is because if you see Sun, which is the lord of the 12th house, will be on your ascendant, and therefore you also have to be careful about your health. See, a lot of things are happening on the 1st house, and while Venus will be in Leo, one by one each planet will start crossing the position of Ketu in your 2nd house. So you will have to be very watchful of how you are spending money, how you are behaving in your family. There can be certain family issues that can, trouble your mind, but Venus in 12th house is also called ecstasy. So do a lot of meditation, do a lot of pranayam, And Naam Jap is going to be helpful in case of any psychological problem, any mental issue that you're facing, depression, sadness. Because you have to allow the planets to cross a certain distance, allow the planet to at least take like 10-12 days for them to cross Ketu, and then Venus will stabilize in the 12th house. Otherwise, you would want to run away. It's more like you will feel happy while running away. 12th house is about escape. Or it can create expenses related to medicine, medical expenses. After all, Venus is aspecting the 6th house. But this Venus will also bring healing. So if you want to let all the toxic vibration and energy go out of your body, and you want to let go of something, this is the time. So you can say this is the transit of letting go, feeling divine, feeling ecstatic, feeling happy, and also thinking about yourself, but managing your expenses, managing your food, your words, and bringing the family together. Capricorn. Now, if you see about Capricorn, Capricorn will experience Venus transit in Leo in your 8th house. Now, if you observe, it is your 5th Lord going in your 8th house, and it is your 10th Lord going in your 8th house. It's a test of knowledge. So you might feel that you are vulnerable in life because you might feel that you don't know enough. So upgrade your knowledge. Work on learning new things. And this will help you, your career to change. If you are looking for a job change, that is on the cards. If you are looking for sudden gain, this is the time when it is possible. Now, when I say sudden gain, don't think about lottery gains. It is about well-planned gains because you have tried for long and you are not getting any output. Now it is the time when Venus can give all the blessings, and there are sudden possibilities where a huge chunk of money can come to you. It can be because a settlement of a dispute. It can be because you have cracked the code and suddenly you have learned something and now you are getting a job on the niche skill. Or if you are an influencer, suddenly you are getting connected to the audience. Or for a layman, it is more about how you can portray your knowledge, how you can prove beneficial in the company, and because of your hard work, everybody appreciates you. Now, who will feel the negative energy? Who will feel the negativity in this case? Anyone who is focusing more on the lust side, anyone who is focusing more on the tamasic side, anyone who is more triggering the Mooladhara chakra unnecessarily. So what will happen to you is you will feel insecure and you will try to save more money, invest desperately. That is wrong. You need to have that balance. That is why if you find that you don't know enough, better to learn or consult and then take a certain action. There will also be a change in the way people see you. There will be criticism coming your way, but also a lot of support. So both ways, this is traveling, the energy is traveling both ways. What you give is what you will get multiplied. So be very polite, be very humble, and focus on cancellation of the debts, trying to give relief by securing your life financially, reducing your expenses, planning your financial taxation and insurances. But also, this can give you a feeling of gambling. Do not do that. Otherwise, your money can be lost. Remember, there's a lot happening in your 9th house and in your 10th house. Focus on your career, because this can be a time when a small challenge can give you a big leap. And Venus is always about positivity, healing, love and affection. So 8th house Venus can give you that deep-seated love and affection for someone. But this can also create misunderstandings if you become too obsessive. After all, it is in Leo. So obsession, desperation, too much of hard work or too much of efforts, too much too soon are some of the ways by which you can destroy the energy of Venus. But if you are more balanced, if you are ready to learn, if you are flexible, you will see that Venus in 8th house will give you a lot of positivity. It will bring family closer. It will mend relationship with your spouse and your spouse's family. It will also give profits to the business. If you're doing a business and you need investment, things will be possible. And if you're dealing with public money in your banking and finance industry, it will be great. People involved in wellness, healing, cosmetics, spa, salon, they will see great boost in their career. Creative professional, people who are in advertisement, who are trying to create a difference in the market, you will see creativity favoring you. So pray to Ma Mahalakshmi, and if you're trapped, pray to Ma Mahasaraswati by chanting Saraswati mantra. Cancer Ascendant. Now in case of Kark Lagna, Venus will move in your second house, and Venus rules your 4th house and 11th house. So therefore Venus is very important. It rules your network circle, not only the broader network circle, but also it rules people that are close to your heart, that are close to your soul. It is your close friends, your associations, your family, your home, your vehicle, your assets, your income. So it is highly material in nature, and this Venus, when it goes in the second house, actually improves the quality of relationship. It makes friends come closer. It is a time when new relations can be built and new frontiers will open, especially for people who want to focus on marriage, who are eligible for marriage, who are looking for a life partner, will see something positive going their way. Now, if you see the position of Venus in the sign of Leo, it will be affected heavily by the Saturn in the 8th house. Now, if you focus on Cancer moon sign, so if you have moon in Cancer, so this line is for you. You will have to be very careful, because for you it is an Ashtam Dhaya, and this Ashtam Dhaya retrograde Saturn is aspecting Venus. So you have to be very careful about you focusing on your investments, focusing on your assets. Now for normal Venus ascendant, you will have to, you will see that you will get the returns of your investment positively. If the money was stuck, if there is a property that is there stuck somewhere, or you want to buy a certain property, or if your money was stuck kind of in debt, or if you have given a loan, or if you need an investment. So basically any kind of financial insecurity will be resolved during the Venus transit in the second house. It is more about you being more happy. It brings more smile, and Venus in the second house is like Venus in Taurus in the Kal Purush. So it gives you that faith, that belief, that stability in life. So if you're looking for that stability, this is the time. This will give you financial stability through assets. Maybe you will feel more comfortable, more secured. But for that, you will have to shift few goalposts, because Saturn retrograde will be in the 8th house. And this Venus will be heavily impacted by this retrograde Saturn. Praying to Ma Mahalakshmi, chanting Shri Suktam will be really great. And if you can focus on bringing Shri Yantra at your home and doing the mantra of Shri Yantra, it will be wonderful. Donate food, white colored food items like milk, rice, curd, and other sweet items if possible. That will be a remedy of Venus in the second house. Your dhana, your wealth will increase, and so it gives you immense possibilities, at least in the material world, in the mundane life. Spiritually, you will have to be more aligned. You will have to give up indulgences. You will have to give up non-vegetarian food. Being sattvic will only elevate the power of Venus. Scorpio, another water zodiac sign. Venus will be in your 10th house, but Venus rules your 7th and 12th house. So definitely it will impact your married life. So what it can do is it can confuse the two areas of life, marriage and your career. Also, on the other hand, if you are unmarried, then your reputation and your career come hand in hand, and your business and your reputation can also go hand in hand. So you have to do whatever is necessary to protect. You have to understand that 10th house is not the very bright place for Venus, but it is more like a Venus that is a Kshatriya, that is more like warrior. So praying to Ma Durga, chanting Aigiri Nandini, Mahishasur Mardini Stotra will be really beneficial during this time. On the other hand, if you see that your ascendant lord Mars, which is in the 11th house, will be crossing Ketu. And because Mars will be crossing Ketu and Mars is combust, Venus energies might overwhelm you. So it might happen that there are situations in your office where you will want to enjoy and perform, but maybe you are unheard or you are somehow lost in the limelight. You just have to take it easy. Try to create a very happy and comfortable environment in your career. Be comfortable where you are. Don't be desperate towards job change. Focus more on how can you balance work life and your corporate life, your home, your personal life. Otherwise, it will start affecting health and marriage. Career related travel can happen. You can, for people who want to work in an MNC, who want to relocate, it's the brilliant time. So overall, Venus in the 10th house will give you positive results, but you may not be able to see it immediately. So give it some time, have patience, and this Venus in the 10th house, because it is aspecting Saturn, it will give you some relief. But you need to also understand that this is Leo zodiac sign, and Leo is very strong in the 10th house. So that means your creativity should be at its peak. You will have to be very creative, very focused in order to bring out the best out of you. Sometimes under pressure, you perform the best. Especially someone who is in creative field, who is into media, who is into editing, who is in photography, or someone who is involved in the field of languages, someone who is involved in the field of salon, beauty products, cosmetic. You will see, and also chemicals, especially chemicals that are involved in cosmetics, you will see something positive coming your way, especially in your career. But don't try to pick up a fight. Try to be more grounded. And if you do grounding meditation, you will see that things will move in the positive direction. It's a great time to maybe have a nice trip with your spouse, with your family members. That will ease out some of the work pressure. This is the time to feel more comfortable. So don't overburden yourself. Don't cause a burnout. Pisces. Now for Pisces, Venus will be in the 6th house. Venus rules your 3rd house and your 8th house. 8th lord in the 6th house is a Vipareet Rajyog. That means given certain pressure, you will perform well. You will have creativity coming your way. And because Mars is also hovering in the 7th house, and soon these planets will move into the 8th house, lot of changes will happen in your life. So if you are more active in life, if things are moving around, expect it to move in a positive direction, but also expect a certain little bit of hurdles. See, Venus is not a malefic planet by default. So it is not going to cause havoc or damage. But what it can do is it can create slight discomfort because of feedback that you are getting, criticism, discomfort because of certain loans, discomfort because of diseases, discomfort because of enemies, discomfort because of job dissatisfaction. Whenever that happens, pray to Ma Mahalakshmi and understand this is a Vipareet Rajyog, so let it happen. Because what is going to happen is that because of these discomfort is when you will think and plan to grow. See, if you are very happy, if you are very comfortable, you won't even think about growing. You will just be there. It's like a default state for you. And that is when these kind of transits help you. These transits help you to grow. Now, when the 3rd lord is in 6th house, don't you think that it is an Upachaya house, in the Upachaya house, 3rd lord in 6th house? This is where your efforts will give you positive results. And if you focus on healing of life, healing of relationship, working toward detoxification, working towards getting rid of loans, if you do that, the Venus in the 6th house will actually bless you with a lot of positive energy and vibrations. New career is definitely on the path, but maybe you are more required to think about getting a running income rather than thinking about choosing a particular field. So try to maintain continuity. Discontinuity will create problems. Try to maintain that continuity even if things are slightly not up to the mark or not according to what you have expected. Because ultimately, these energies will give you positive results. especially if starting when Venus will move right from Purva Falguni Nakshatra to Uttara Falguni Nakshatra, you will see relationship being built, resume getting proper response, things will turn out to be good. But the overall momentum will be such that the nature of Venus in the 6th house tries to create a little bit of discomfort. But as I said, Vipreet Rajyog means this Vipreet Paristhiti, opposite adverse circumstances, will result into a growth that catapults you to a very different level. This is also a test of your ability, and this will sharpen your skills. So focus on that. Focus on sharpening of the skills. Focus on handling the uncomfortable problems in life, because this is the time to find the right solution. And coming to relationship, love, matters related to romance, that is one area which can be affected negatively, considering the movement around 7th and 8th house and Venus in the 6th house. You should communicate positively. It should not be that your words can hurt someone, your actions can hurt someone, because this can cause breakups, divorces, fight between couples. Obviously, totally depend upon your chart, but the trend analysis is such that once Venus moves to Uttara Falguni Nakshatra, it can start creating troubles in that area if you have a very highly afflicted Venus in your birth chart. Everyone should not worry. All Pisces will not be affected in the same manner. But then when Venus aspects the 12th house, it talks about being in isolation, pulling it back, focusing, concentrating, being alone and working on yourself rather than going and fighting and because Venus is not Mars. Venus will not perform well in the 6th house. It's Mars, Sun, stronger planets, malefic planets that will perform well in the 6th house. If you have any disease that is associated with Venus, you need to be more careful during this time. Mood swings might happen. So try to cheer up, be more happy, and pray to Bhagwan Ganesha. Gemini. In case of Gemini as the ascendant, Venus will be in your 3rd house, and Venus rules your 5th house, and Venus rules your 12th house. Now, you can understand that when 12th Lord comes in the 3rd house, it will create opportunities for foreign travel. It is good for people who are healers, who trade in goods and services, who doesn't export and import. It creates a lot of creative environment, good for singer, performers, and artists, and someone who uses their writing, their creativity as their profession. This gives you necessary insight into your own karma and gives you much relief. It's like your hands are tired, and someone applies an ointment and gives you relief. So that much needed relief will come in your life when Venus will be in the 3rd house. Now, this Venus actually aspects Saturn in the 9th house, which means it will push you to take certain decisions in life that will change your fate. But then why are you taking that decision? Is this a decision taken due to ego? Is this a decision taken due to comparison? Then it will backfire. But if it is a well-planned decision, if it is a decision that will help you boost your creativity, will help you give you necessary source of income, will actually be good for the society, then that kind of decision will be supported by the planets. You might also see that there can be an argument with your sisters, cousins during this time. So be watchful, be mindful of your words. And you will also see that you will try to be more connected towards your children, especially if you are an aged person, if you are a vriddha person, then you will see that you will try to connect more and may or may not get a proper response. So don't worry about that. You do your karma and spread love. Expenses can also be a little bit on the higher side, especially when you are going out, eating, dining out. Take control of your expenses there. Food-related donations will work well during this time. Someone buying silver or investing in silver can also favor, but obviously you will have to see your birth chart for that. Now, on the other hand, it gives you that insight in your career will allow you to find out unique solution that is different from what you would have otherwise, to actually give you much needed relief. You should not forget that this Venus will find Rahu in the 11th house along with Jupiter, which is retrograde in Bharani Nakshatra, which is the nakshatra of Venus. So the moment Venus goes in Purva Falguni Nakshatra, this Shukra Nakshatra will get triggered. This will increase the desire. This desire can be to achieve a certain designation, a certain to accomplish a certain task, or to be someone. You can idolize somebody. Everything is okay as long as you know your limits. Otherwise, Saturn in the 9th house, that is retrograde, can make you bring all the twists and turns, and you by yourself will create problems in your own life. So it's like self-harm, self-inflicted harm. Be watchful of your own actions and the consequences, and you are good to go. Libra. Now, in case of Libra, you are ruled by Venus, so is your 8th house. This Venus goes in your 11th house, house of gain. So definitely this is a transit of gain. It will help you gain new identity. You want a transformation, physical transformation, transformation of your looks. This is the time. You want to change the wardrobe. This is the time. You want to change your personality. This is the time, because after all, 8th Lord is also in the 11th house. Therefore, it will involve a lot of changes. You will also be exposed to your own fears, your own vulnerabilities, but that's okay, because that is how the change will happen. You will get to learn a lot of things, new things about yourself, new things about people around you, new things about your family, and also the way you spend money, the way you earn. Financial needs will be fulfilled, but then you will have to sacrifice few things for that. Maybe you will have to sacrifice the way you were spending money. You will have to be more conservative in your approach during this time. Focus more on earning money. See, Venus in the 11th house is like Mahalakshmi's kripa. Her blessings are on you, and therefore you allow that blessings to come, and take a pledge that whatever money you will earn, a portion of it will be donated for food and education of poor children. If you do that, you will be blessed with not only good karma, but also a good attitude, and this proves that you deserve that money. Because when Venus is in Leo, the Venus will be in a very fiery state, very, very fragile. And to reduce that volatility on the Venus, you need to reduce the ego of Leo. So you have to behave like a king, but a benevolent king. Because Libra is a balancing energy. So you have to balance both material side, that means what you want, and then on the other side, what you can offer, what you can give. If you do that, this transit is excellent. Your name and fame will grow. People will love you for your talent, for your achievements. You will be appreciated, you will be loved, you will be taken care of. You will also see that your relationship with your siblings, your elder siblings, and your children will improve during this time. This will also act as a relief. If you are having any problem in your legs, if you are having any problem in your financial sector, if you are having any problem while bearing a child. So these are the areas by which Venus will be able to give you. But remember, Libra is a air zodiac sign, and a Vayu Tattva zodiac, Lord sitting in Agni Tattva, is going to blow things out of proportion. So jealousy will also increase. So be mindful. If there is a jealousy coming from within, pray to Mom Durga and chant Durga Saptashati every day. This will tone down all the negative energy. Be grounded, always be practical. Venus in 11th house can many times make someone impractical. You also have to understand that Venus is going to experience Mars shifting from the 12th house to the 1st house. So until the mid of October, you might see some chaotic energy. So take care of your health. And if you need help, take help. There's no shame in discussing the pain of your heart to your loved ones. Just ensure that you are not opening too much. Too much will be bad. You will just reveal your secrets. After all, 8th house is in the 11th house. And people who want to do some career or want to build a career in investments, in stocks, in insurances, in taxation, the road is open for you. Venus will ensure that you will get something, because Venus in 11th house is really good. It is more like the wish is getting fulfilled and the Devi Kripa is on us. But we should not become greedy, because the moment you become greedy, Saturn's negative influence will start affecting the Venus. Aquarius. Now for Aquarius, Venus rules your 9th house, Venus rules your 4th house. So you can understand how important Venus is for you as a planet. Not only it controls the Guru, but it also controls the Vatsalya Bhav. It controls your comforts, it controls your travel, your learning, your education of the higher order. And that Venus comes in the 7th house, so it starts affecting your marriage. So when Venus is in the 7th house, it will start balancing any issues that you are facing in your marriage or in the business. It is also going to improve the quality of life and quality of relationship. This is going to balance the work and professional and the personal life, because Venus is now Bhavat Bhavam. How? 4th Lord is 4 places away. That means it is the place of real balance, and Venus will exhibit the quality of Libra also here. So Venus is going to increase the position, increase the power, increase the passion, and therefore you will be in a much better control to steer your life out of any problem if you are facing any in the marriage. But on the other hand, it can also increase jealousy. It can also increase comparison, and you might feel overwhelmed by all the information that you are getting. You might overwhelmed by the presence of retrograde Saturn in the 1st house. But what you should do is do the role that Venus should play in the 7th house, like Venus would have done in Libra, is trying to create balance. And one of the ways of creating balance is doing pranayama. Balance your body first before balancing your mind. And when you practice pranayama, when you do the so hum pranayama, like so hum, so hum. And if you are healthy, if you don't have any, or if you can talk to a yogic expert, and if he allows the Anlom Vilom Pranayam, the alternating breathing exercise, do that. Because the moment you start creating balance within, the balance out will automatically be achieved. This Venus has the potential to sort many unbalanced things in your life by, taking energy from one area and putting energy to the other area. So don't be surprised if suddenly your focus from one area reduces, or the area which was taking most of your energy gives you some relief, but there is some other area that now wants your attention. You have to diversify your attention in ways that you can balance every aspect of your life. It's a very good time for people who want to start a business, especially in education sector. People involved in real estate sector, Vastu, interior designing will see great boost during this time. It is also going to bring in appreciation for your spouse, that your spouse will also feel very happy. Success will come in the life of your spouse. And because Venus is the 9th Lord, it brings the Guru Kripa, it brings the Devi Kripa on the 7th house, therefore bringing happiness and fulfillment of desire. Power of manifestation will come to you. So if you want to really manifest something, start from now. Overall, by chanting Shri Suktam, by praying to Ma Mahalakshmi, and by doing these physical exercises to balance your mind and mood, you will be in a perfect position to get the maximum out of this Venus transit. Just avoid jealousy, and if there are mood swings, take the name of Radhe Krishna.